More to your point regarding feeds and corn in particular, like what you mentioned, you have President Marcos Jr. saying that we need to boost domestic production, especially of grains. That includes rice and corn, which, as you mentioned, is being used as feeds here. So how do of course, he is the incoming, or he is already the DA secretary as well. How then should he address the situation when it comes to feeds? And how then do we boost the confidence and the competence as well of our corn farmers? And
how
even as we boost the production, gaano kabilis natin mararamdaman yung impact?
Allow me to simplify. Let us put ourselves in the shoes or in the slippers of an ordinary corn farmer. Fertilizer is at record. Fertilizer prices are at record high, historical highs, and you have an announced reduction in tariffs, and Secretary Dar did not talk to that sector to give assurance to that sector that at the time of harvest there will be some assurance that there will be no disaster in terms of their incomes. And hence the very conservative stance or lack of confidence of the corn farmers. On the other hand, as I mentioned, their costs are going up. If you are a corn farmer, will you still plant? The thing to do is to do what the other countries are doing. You assure your farmers. Through number one, you build up strategic reserves. In building up strategic reserves, you influence the market, the farm gate prices at the time of harvest, because intervention should happen during times of harvest or oversupply. That is how it is done in other countries. The problem here, the Department of Agriculture will intervene when producers have withdrawn or have retreated, and then they will propose special importation.
Sir, last question po. What should consumers expect? Should we expect na tataas pa po yung bilihin when it comes to the chicken, especially as you've mentioned already the high prices of fertilizer and feeds, and you're asking the DA to revive this task force on price and volume? How will this help solve the issue in any way?
Well, as for expectations, we better, because I do not know the entire universe of facts. I cannot pretend to know everything, but the safe thing to do is to assume the worst. I will not BS our consumers and the public. We have to assume the worst so that government will act. So that government will not be complacent. Because if I say that this is a temporary thing and a lot of things can happen, our organization will lose credibility and people will suffer.